Good morning and welcome to the Crawford County Commissioners Work Session for April 7th. We're going to start with the Adult Probation Office. Trevor? Good morning, Trevor.
Trevor.
The light's on, do I hit the button or does it leave it on?
If it's green, it's on. If it's red, you need to turn it on.
All right.
Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
it's great. All right, gotcha.
Very sensitive as well.
It is. All right. I'm
He's a
requesting
sensitive
to ratify the State Offender Supervision Fund Agreement renewal. This is a one-year renewal for the period of July 1, 2020 through June 30th of 2021. The state contract commenced on July 1st of 2017. This was a 5-year agreement with all counties, with the Department of Revenue, with the state. And this contract runs through June 30th of 2022. Every year, they require a signature page with the commissioners, president, judge, and the chief probation officer. They are currently deciding if PCCD is going to take over that for next year. Next year would be the last year of the grant. I assume they're just going to let that agreement run another year, but we'll find out. But for now, I'm just asking for ratification of that. The amount we're getting back, I don't know for sure because the fiscal year isn't over yet, but from June of last year till February is the figures we have. There is $103,000 in that account that the state is holding for us at this moment. What comes in now from February through June will be added to that.
Any questions for Trevor?
No.
Thank you, Trevor.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Trevor.
Juvenile probation?
Morning, Commissioners.
Morning, Holly.
Morning, Holly.
I am requesting the purchase and installation of an electronic ZK access control system for the front and rear entry doors to the Juvenile Probation Department. It includes a 1-year maintenance agreement on all parts and labor. It's through Mobilecom. The system will allow secure access to our building with keyless entry and badge access. It will be incorporated with the existing system through the courthouse and judicial center. The purchase and installation amount is $3,998. The funds to pay for this are being transferred from the previously approved budget amount from the laptop computers for JPO. The laptops were instead purchased through the CJAB grant money.
Okay. Any questions for Holly?
No.
Thank you, Stephanie, for helping her with the budget to move that money around. We appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Public Defender?
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning,
Morning,
Mario.
Mario.
I'm here to request ratification of a 5-year subscription to our criminal justice books that we get every year. The reason we're requesting ratification of a 5-year subscription is because that locks in a particular percentage increase annually, so that locks in 3% versus 5% if we try to do a 2-year commitment. My understanding is that this is within our current library budget, so that's our request this morning.
Okay. Any questions for Mario?
No.
Thank you, Mario.
Thank you.
Judicial Center Maintenance?
Yes, good morning, Commissioners.
Morning,
Morning,
Tim.
Tim.
Hey, I'm here to seek approval of a contract renewal for Genmark, and they do our UPS system here at the building. And the current renewal is $5,229. The existing contract was $5,093, so we're up $135.40. This contract expires 2021, April 18th.
Okay.
So, and I budgeted $5,600 last year for this.
Any questions
Does
for Tim?
anyone have any questions or?
Oh, thank you, Tim.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Tim.
Sheriff Powers?
Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning,
Morning,
Dave.
I'm here requesting to approve.
Felon is now
Approve.
joining.
You're okay. Mark the felon came in late.
I'm requesting to approve and sign the contract with Promedium, which will provide online application submission and credit card payment for license to carry. This service will be provided at no cost to the county and will charge the user a $5 fee for the application service. There's my understanding that we're up over 20 counties are using this system now. It's really convenient for especially younger people who are more computer savvy. I had sent a contract over for Keith to look at. I don't know if he's had time to look at it yet or not. But
He think he saw it.
The name
Yeah.
Promedium doesn't ring. Is it under Promedium in the contract, Dave?
yeah,
It is?
Promedium contract.
The name's not ringing a bell, so could you send it over just in case I didn't get it?
Yeah, I can do that today.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Any questions for Dave? Thank you. Thank you, Dave.
Thank you.
Dave Howard is now exiting.
IT, Mr. Brown?
Yes, Commissioners.
Morning, Tim.
Good morning. IT is requesting ratification of the network installation project for the courthouse, second floor from the vendors below, for a total of $27,386.19.
Any questions for Tim? Thank you for working on this project for us, Tim.
Thank you. And we're also requesting approval for the purchase of a 3-year Sophos computer security renewal contract with Candoras for $112,685.77.
Any questions for Tim?
No.
Thank you, Tim.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tim.
All right, Commissioner Soft's going to take the treasurer's stuff.
Thank you. The first item is on behalf of the Investment Policy Group. We are asking the commissioners to ratify the recommendation for renewals of several CDs. We had a group of CDs and investments that came due, I believe, at the end of February, and the committee has met and we're asking the commissioners to ratify purchasing five $500,000 CDs with Mercer County State Bank for a term of 24 months, each at 0.5% interest with no early withdrawal penalty. 2 CDs at Farmers National Bank, $1 million and $1.5 million. The $1 million for 6 months, $1.5 million for 12 months, with a 90-day interest penalty for early withdrawal, 0.3%, 0.4% respectively. $1 million at Marquette Savings Bank for 18 months, 0.25%, with no penalty for early withdrawal. Then $1 million CD with First National Bank. It's actually a money market, money market at 0.23%. $750,000 with CS McKee, and basically it's a blended 0.21% government investment. And then the balance, $21,800, basically with Pliget. We've maintained Pliget account for many years. So that's our first item that we would ask for ratification. And the second item, similar, is just basically some funds in our general fund balance, that instead of having those funds just remain in our checking account, asking for ratification of purchasing 3 CDs from Mercer County State Bank in a total amount of $2,910,000, 24-month CDs, again with no early withdrawal penalty.
Any questions? Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
County Care Center, Tanya?
Good morning.
Morning, Tanya.
Tanya.
I am requesting to ratify the consulting contract with Affinity Health Services
Okay.
and requesting to approve the preventative maintenance contract with Cleveland Brothers. And this is for the annual maintenance on the generator with a total yearly cost of $1,596. This is to be paid from maintenance service agreements, and it is a budgeted item.
Okay. Any questions for Tanya?
No.
Thank you, Tanya.
Thanks, Tanya.
Thank you. I'm gonna jump off.
Thank you.
Tanya Moyer is now exiting.
Public Safety, Greg?
Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning,
Greg.
Greg.
Just 3 quick items. We're requesting approval for Lake City Power to conduct a load bank test on the public safety building generator. It's a cost of $750. And that was recommended to be completed every other year by Lake City Power, who's our current vendor and maintenance supplier for that piece of equipment. We're also looking for your approval of an agreement with the Pennsylvania Governor's Center for Local Government Services, which is providing consultants to Crawford County to work with fire and EMS task forces at no cost to Crawford County. And lastly, requesting approval of the creation of the 15th full-time telecommunicator position.
Okay. Any questions for Greg? No. Thank you, Greg.
Thanks, Greg.
Thanks, Greg.
I'm leaving.
Thanks. 1 second, Jack.
Greg Beveridge is now exiting.
Warden Greenfield?
Morning,
Jack.
Commissioners.
Morning.
First, I've been requesting to approve to enter into a yearly subscription with a company called OnSolve. OnSolve helps manage personal staffing, quickly alerts staff with enhanced notifications, saves time, and assists in filling vacancies properly. The yearly subscription is based on the staff number placed on the database. Yearly subscription for the jail would be $700 and a one-time non-reoccurring service fee of $95. It's the same system that the care center has. Second item is requesting to approve payment to the City of Meadville for 2021 range fees.
Okay.
And the last one is requesting to approve the purchase of new AEDs, 2 of them, and CPR first aid training material to recertify and certify CCCF staff. Total cost for training materials are $3,855.69. Funding to be paid through the commissary account.
And that's so you'll be able to train in-house, correct?
That is correct.
Great.
Very good.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jack.
County maintenance, Mark?
Good morning.
Morning,
Mark.
Requesting approval to pay an invoice for the courthouse remodeling project, specifically the new finance office, the amount of $21.33 to Home Depot.
Okay.
Requesting approval to pay an invoice for the courthouse remodeling project, specifically the new human resources office, in the amount of $14.43 to Sherwin-Williams.
Okay.
Asking approval to pay an invoice for the courthouse remodeling project, the window replacement of the courthouse, in the amount of $177 to Microvac.
Okay.
Requesting to ratify the payment of an invoice to Steve Stacks Painting. This is for the painting of the new finance office and the new third floor conference room, in the amount of $1,475.
Okay.
Requesting to ratify the payment of an invoice to LB Water Services. This is for a fire hydrant and gate valve that we had to replace at the fairgrounds for $4,169.95.
Any questions for Mark?
Nope.
Nope.
Thank you, Mark.
Thanks, Mark.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you.
Mark Felon is now exiting.
Every time we do
This doesn't get old.
this. Planning.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning, Zachary.
First item this morning is requesting to ratify the submission to the state's facility closure transition program. This was identified as Crawford County being eligible since 39 employees at Polk will be losing their jobs, but reside in Crawford County. The county applied for $100,000 to deploy broadband services to the Keystone Industrial Park. Last week, we received a phone call from the state with the application. They requested that we increase to the total allocation of $138,494.32. The county was eligible for that amount, but we only applied for $100,000. They requested us to increase it so that we didn't leave any money on the table.
Okay.
Any questions on that? Next, we're requesting approval of an invoice for the Titusville Herald for advertising the fiscal year 2021 CDBG application for the first public hearing to the city of Titusville. This is paid for out of CDBG funding. And I apologize that the number for that invoice didn't make it on this. I'll make sure it gets there for the regular meeting.
Thank you.
Next item is requesting approval for the required documents and plans for the CDBG program for the county. We are asking to approve the county's 405 plan, which identifies barriers for individuals with disabilities and addresses them. The county's citizen participation plan, which identifies how the county will engage in the application and project's delivery process with citizens. The county's language access plan, which identifies areas of the county where English is not the first or the primary language being spoken, and how we decrease that barrier. And then the last is the county's Section 3 plan, which identifies ways in which we target and address low to income populations.
Okay.
Next is requesting an approval of a resolution for Section 3, identifying Jenny Tompkins in my office as the county's Section 3 officer for the fiscal year 2021.
Okay.
Then we are also asking for a fair housing resolution to do the same, identifying Jenny Tompkins as the fair housing officer.
Okay.
The next item is requesting approval on an amendment with the cooperation agreement between Crawford County and the city of Titusville. Currently, we administer the city's CDBG program from 2020 forward, fiscal year 2020. This amendment will allow the county to administer the remaining fiscal funding from fiscal year 2019's contract and have an hourly rate for charging the city to finalize that. And then the very last item is a request for approval of a subrecipient agreement with CATA, Crawford Area Transportation Authority, for a partnership where CATA will assist in running a county rural family and workforce transit program. This is a direct door-to-door service where low-income families and households will be able to have underwritten services for transit. This is funded through the county's fiscal year 2018 CDBG allocation.
Any questions for Zach?
No.
Thank you. Titusville Hill one, 793.
Thank you, Jan.
Thank you, Zach.
Thank you.
Human Services, Gail.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning, Gail.
First item is the Medical Assistance Transportation Program final allocation for 1920 in the amount of $823,500 based on the fiscal year 1920 final cost reconciliation report based on actual expenses.
Okay.
Next item is ratification of payment to the Center for Family Services for reimbursement for the fund distribution for the Emergency Rental Assistance Program. This is for the time period of 3/17 to 3/25. Total amount is $97,804.05, and there is no county match on these funds.
Okay.
Next is payment to Crawford County Commissioners for the 2021 indirect costs for CYS based on the 2019 actual expenditures calculated through Maximus. Total amount $255,249, and payment to Crawford County Commissioners for the 2021 indirect costs for the mental health ID in the amount of $176,005.
Okay.
Gail,
Mental health.
Gail,
Yes.
that number
Yes.
3, the first one, right, that's the 2021 indirect costs.
Yes,
Based on 2019.
19 actuals, yeah.
Okay, right, thank you.
Thank you. Next, mental health provider enrollment revalidation applications for the following services: blended case management, mental health emergency services, administrative case management, and the submitter for the MHCCR POMS provider. Every 5 years, we're asked and we're required by medical assistants to revalidate our Promise ID number in order to continue to provide services. Next is a training agreement with Sprout Center for Emotional Growth and Development for the delivery of infant mental health training. They provided a training for us in March that was well received, and we're going to offer it again in June. It's a virtual training over 4 days, and the cost is $4,500 paid with our Community Mental Health Services block grant funds, and there's no cost to the county for that. Next is a 2021 CYS JPO contract amendment with Family Services of Northwest PA. This amendment's increasing the contract maximum for the intensive family service based on their current usage. The increase to the county is $2,394.22, and this amendment will also increase the contract maximum from MST based on current usage, and the county's share of the increase is $200. Next item is a 2021 professional contract amendment with Bliss Nutrition Services. We're adding special instruction services and special instruction behavior to their contract. These are state set rates, and both rates are at $28.83 per 15 minute with a cost to the county of $2.88 per 15 minutes. And the last item this morning is a fiscal year 2021 professional contract amendment with Titusville Area Hospital for delivery of the mobile psych nursing and wellness visits. The unit rate was changed in keeping with the recent rates adjustments awarded by Beacon Health Options for the same service. The total contract max will stay the same, but the new rate will be $38 per 15 minute with a cost to the county of $2.03 per 15 minutes. Any questions?
Oh, thank you, Gail.
Thanks, Gail.
Thank you, and I'll stay on the line.
Thank you. Finance?
Morning.
Morning, Stephanie.
Stephanie.
For your approval, I bring an invoice totaling $3,000. It's for the Crawford County Historical Society. It's their 2021 budgeted allocation. That will come out of our culture and recreation contributions line. For ratification, I have invoices totaling $774,771.95. The first is to the U.S. Postal Service, NeoPost postage on call. The amount is $5,000, and that comes out of the District Justice Linesville Communications. The next is for Center for Family Services. This is an ERAP, Emergency Rental Assistance Program. It's the initial funding that we had agreed upon. It's for $50,000, and it comes out of the COVID-19 ERAP grant line item. This is the only one that I processed through my office. The following, and you saw Gail presented one also. Those are actual invoices with the backup that shows what monies have gone out. So those will come through Human Services from now on.
Thank you.
The next is for PA County's health insurance program. It's our April 2021 health insurance invoice, number 55014-0, in the amount of $694,621.15. That comes out of our health insurance self-funded line item. The next is for Tyler Technologies. It's the 2021 virtual conference. The amount is $595, and that's coming from both the finance and human resources conference expense line items. And finally, we have the government software services, postage for mailing, return, and claim mailers for the tax assessment for Chris Krzyzak. The invoice number is $11,598. The amount is $24,555.80, and it comes out of the treasurer's office.
We'd have you repeat that all one again, please.
I know.
Any questions for Stephanie?
Thank you.
Commissioner's office?
Okay, the first item is an Act 14, 67, and 68 notification from Dyson Helmy for a water quality management permit and for a small flow treatment facility in Fairfield Township. Next is an Act 14 notification from Gannett Fleming for the City of Titusville permit renewal application for the discharge of effluent to Oil Creek. Next is an Act 14 notification from Mark J. Corey and Associates for Cole Road Bridge Project in Beaver Township. Act 14 notification from Mark J. Corey and Associates for Philadelphia Road Bridge Rehabilitation Project in Beaver Township. Act 14 notification from Mark J. Corey and Associates for Shermansville Road Culvert Replacement Project in Summerhill Township. And lastly, requesting approval of a proclamation recognizing the month of April as Pennsylvania 811 Safe Digging Month. They are also celebrating their 49th year of continuous service to the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
And the last part for the Commissioner's office, we have a 2008 Ford F-350 that through a resolution, we're able to transfer that to one of our other partners in the county. Actually, the City of Titusville will be receiving this F-350. It's a utility body vehicle. Although it's older in stature, the miles on it are fairly low, and they'll be using it for their inspection process, I believe, and their zoning officer. They're pretty excited about it, so we'll be passing a resolution for that piece of equipment at next week's meeting, and then we'll get the vehicle transferred. Public comment, Mr. Gorski.
Thank you.
Yes, please. If the mic's red, if you'd hit the button, it'll go green.
It's green, so I won't
Oh,
rattle my
you're all
stuff
set then.
around.
Yep.
So, good morning,
Good morning,
everyone.
sir.
It's good to see everyone. Hey, I'm here on behalf of the Board of Directors of the former Quality Living Center, which actually closed officially, I believe, May 3rd, May 5th, 2019. And since then, we meet occasionally, and all our bills are paid and have been for a couple years. All our owed monies have come in again, about a year ago. I'm just slow, getting stuff to you guys. But we also, I hope you're aware of this, that I worked with Colin in the DA's office to transfer restitution that QLC was getting to the county. And so with that, we decided, I've been after them a while, but they wanted us to bring a check, the board, $40,000. So I think I might be the only one giving money today. I hear
Yeah,
a lot of
that's good. I like it.
expenditures going out, so I know you guys will take it. The only thing we talked about with the board is $40,000 isn't gonna change the world, but we hope that this can be used in a way, since the Quality Living Center was all about indigent people and mental health and poor people, that somehow some of this money can be directed towards something that might improve human services. We know that it's your discretion and it's your money. I have retained, I don't know what the exact percent is, about 10%. We have not formally dissolved the corporation. We're still dealing with an incident, or that issue from 2017. I know Chris and Francis probably remember. And so at the advice of the insurance company's law firm, they do not want us to dissolve quite yet. So I have another $4,500. I've done dissolutions before, submitted the paperwork. I know we have to advertise. So I would imagine I'll be back with some more money at some point once we formally dissolve. So 40 grand is yours today, and
Well, thank you, Randy.
enjoy.
Appreciate
You're welcome.
that.
And I'll
You can give to Gina, it's fine, she can take them.
Wait, that's your name on it.
Anyone else for public comment? Mr. Maynard, can I ask you a question? Would you mind giving just a fair update for a second? That'd be great. Just because I know that the Erie News Now caught you, so we'll let
Your number, they don't stop calling.
No, you're doing good. But I thought while you're here, if you don't mind.
No, the board's working very closely with Francis as a commissioner representative. We were looking at data and research and science and numbers, and it's a tough decision to make. We have decided that we'll do something this year at the fair. We're working with the 75th committee to get some of their items off the board. I mean, a lot of their volunteers are really wanting to carry something out this year, so we continue to look at that. Again, we meet next Thursday, the 15th, and the board's been armed with lots of information, and the decisions that we have to make are forefront.
Well, we thank you for the cooperation.
I don't want to talk to Francis today, so.
We
I need to
appreciate the
talk.
communication that we have
Oh,
and
I
the
hope
cooperation. You guys are doing a great job. So.
Thank you very much, and thanks for your support.
All you and the board
All
are
three of
doing.
you. Thank you.
Any other public comment? Commissioner comments. Commissioner Saw.
Nothing today. Thank you.
Wow.
I know, right?
Commissioner
I can make
Wiederspan.
something up.
I don't have anything either. I'm gonna let you have anything you
Commissioner
have to
Henry?
say.
Wow.
Anything from you today?
I visited Titusville last night, and I appreciated Titusville's hospitality. It's nice to hear some of their programs up and running. Some of their festivals are been approved for permits over there. The Oil Fest, the Wine Walk, Brew Fest, things like that. That's good. That's good to see. The county could use some of those, and it's nice to hear that the folks that were presenting it in a safe way. They all talked about ways to minimize risk and stuff. I thought that was important. So it was nice to go visit the city of Titusville, and we'll hopefully do that more often in the future. With that being said, the next meetings we have are April 14th will be a full meeting, April 21st is a work session, and April 28th is another full meeting. So with that, we'll be done. Thank you.